But this one was a real winner for us. BYRN was a top pick yesterday. BYRN Technologies, they pre-announced earnings. They're beating revenue pretty substantially on their guidance. And I doubled my position in my long-term account yesterday. I took it for a small scalp yesterday. Should have held it in my trading account, but I got it in my long-term account, doubled that position. I think this is probably headed to new all-time highs over $30, maybe in the next month or so, or sooner, the way things are going.
Can I talk about that for a sec on valuation and so on?
Yeah.
So I put out a tweet yesterday just showing the clip from our Discord where I recommended that folks put it in a long-term account. We were buying it just under 14, just over 14. My ACB is 14.75 in this thing. Look, even with the move that we've seen post this pre-announcement of the Q4, we're trading around 3.5 times EV to sales. Put this into perspective, though. Axon Technologies, which was, acquired the Taser or grew out of Taser, is trading around 25 times enterprise value to sales. They're a logical buyer of this company. They could pay a massive premium and still be accretive for them. But here's the kicker. So, this preliminary Q4 was released at 28 million. Consensus was for 27. They said 2024 revenue are going to come in at 86 million. Consensus were somewhere around 83 to 84. That's not big, but if you take that 28 million and you annualize it and assume no growth, you're already in excess of where the 2025 consensus estimates sit. That's at 110 million. That's low, way low. I've been sitting at around 150, 160. There were supply constraints previously. The other big piece of the press release here is that they announced that the Fort Wayne, Indiana plant produced 55,000 of these things in the most recent quarter. It looks like they've solved that. They did 2.4 million in Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. Just to put that in perspective, in 2019, the entire sales of the company for the entire year was less than $1 million. So none of that sales comes into this quarter. So if you factor in all of those things, and the other thing that I think isn't really appreciated by the market, and certainly it isn't in the numbers for the estimates as they are now, is this compact launcher that's going to be probably, in my opinion, their biggest selling product. So, 3.5 times EV to sales for a company that's growing, I would argue next year they're going to grow somewhere between 75 and 85%. It was the most recent quarter saw almost 63% gross margins. I think a 20% EBITDA run rate, exit 2025 is probably even conservative. And at that rate, you're at 17 times EV to EBITDA. So look, at $25, you should have, been on our Discord and added to your long-term account at 15. But $25, it can still be bought, I think, fair value for this.
So it looks like... Right. It looks like you're in agreement with me that technically we could be challenging that all-time high at $30.
Yeah, look, technicals mean nothing when you get into blue sky. You have to look at the fundamentals and where it predicts that this thing should be and could be on a fair value basis. And like I said, I can see $35 to $40, and there's probably nothing on the chart up at this
wow. Level. So you're thinking based on the fundamentals, we even deserve to break that all-time high of $30. That's what you're saying.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, the all-time highs are there at 40. I'm sorry. Wow, this has been trading forever since 2000.
Look, there are plenty of growth stocks trading at less than, or plenty of growth stocks with growth of less than 50% that are trading at 10 times EV to sales. Look at some of these.
Well, guess what?
Drone stocks.
As you're talking there, I just added more to my long-term position. I really wish I kept it in my trade account yesterday. Just scalped it, but it's okay. Now I got an even bigger position in my long-term account. Thank you for that. All right, so that's BYRN.